From Blackman Chartered Township, we have the treasurer, Phil Preston, and supervisor, Pete Jancic. Guys, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
Always good to see you, Bart.
Yeah, great to have you here. And wearing your Blackman uniform, and is black the color of Blackman Township?
It is for our public safety department. Yeah, so
That makes sense.
yeah.
Well, we appreciate seeing you here on the show. I got to see you guys at some recent events happening in Blackman Township along the County Farm Road corridor. A lot of growth and some innovation happening. We were at TAC a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we have quite a bit going on out there. As you know, you were out there for the Poor Farm Cemetery unveiling of the state historical marker, which is a wonderful thing to remember the folks that through no fault of their own ended up there. We do have, in regards to an update, quick update on the park, we do have one business that wants to purchase 2 parcels in there. We're working with them. It'll be a little over 10 acres. So we have our first people to inhabit the new park. So we're looking forward to that.
Well, that's great, because Debbie Kelly at the Enterprise Group was hopeful that by this summer we'd get news that there were tenants signed up. So can you tell us any more?
Not at this time, because we're still working on the paperwork and everything with them, and I don't know if they've gone public with it, so kind of want to respect their privacy.
So that's for the new industrial park, where which is next to where the historical marker is.
Correct.
And that's the area you've been developing with.
Yes, the Jackson Technology Park North is.
So, do you feel like that first one is it's going to be the start of dominoes falling?
It always helps, and to go along with that, I was working with Debbie earlier today. The MEDC has a new program called My Site. They've hired a consultant to help market basically shovel-ready sites around the state, and we're one of several that have been considered for this. So we're working on getting all the proper documentation and everything, so that should help in marketing as well.
Great for the tax base too, right, Phil?
Yes. So we are also, when we think of the other park, which is our Parks and Recreation, we're into quite a expansion for our efforts at the township. And that started a couple years ago, actually, when we recognized the need to expand our public safety facilities. So as we started looking, the Marino's property became a likely candidate and a wonderful location for the township. So we focused on that now and are progressing with some significant plans going on there.
Cool. You brought a map, a site plan. We're talking about Parnell Road. So you actually have a campus right now with your township offices, public safety. You're wedged between the former Marinos and B&H manufacturing. And that's kind of hindered your expansion until recently.
Correct. So now with that property, we are in the works. We've cleaned off the B&H property, which has been vacant for 10 years. And now we're looking to work at the development of adding pickleball courts, a walking trail, a pavilion, and bathroom facilities, and to expand the public safety department over into Marinos. So we're looking forward to those changes. So.
Yes, so Marinos, they sold their building to the township, and that was a blessing for you. You were hoping, I mean, it was Marino's idea, but this was like your wish.
Right,
yes.
I was working with them for over a year to, because they had a couple other people that were interested and that didn't come to fruition, and so I said, well, we're still here, so let's sit down and figure this out. One of the things is that we currently have about 40 public safety employees working out of 3,300 square feet in their current facility. Marino's is 7,700 square feet, but our plans for that building would be an addition on the back, new fire bays out the side, so that it'd be good for today and for the future. You know, as you said, that's one of our problems is that we were out of room for the township. So the acquisition of that property has given us a way to the future to address the future needs. And one of the wonderful things is all of that is completely debt-free. We purchased both properties without having to take on any debt or anything, and as we move forward, we hope to continue with that as we improve the properties. One of the first things that we wanted to do was to figure out the footprint of what public safety would be so that we could develop the remaining recreational area. And once we got that set, at least the footprint, now we're with the map that you had up showing what we might want to do with the rest of it. And we're excited. I mean, you know, to be at the point where we can actually sit down and plan these type of things, it's just a wonderful thing. And just so you know, and so folks know, Phil is also the chair of our Parks and Recreation Committee. So in addition to being the treasurer, he heads that part of our township as well. So.
Yeah, so right now behind Marino's there are these, I would call them informal soccer fields.
Well, that's true. It's a league that has been there for a number of years using it. And we've met with the league to see what their needs are, what they would like, how could they participate with us. So we've reached out to several organizations and we'll continue on this project to see what sources of funding we might have. I mean, our projects are pretty substantial and with an aggressive goal. And our hope is that by putting these facilities in, we can take some of the pressure off facilities in the Jackson City and in Jackson County. And as we look at what Blackman provides to the county system, we have no county parks in Jackson, in Blackman Township. So we're looking to work on, develop that partnership further and see what we can do regarding accomplishing all of these goals. So,
yeah, I think you've got just Rod Mills
we
as a
have Rod
township
Mills.
park.
Yep.
But you're going to have the linear trail going through the township.
Yes.
And now hopefully, and we don't know the name of the new park that's going to be surrounding the Blackman offices and public safety. Maybe someone naming rights.
Might be. We'll talk about it. You know, it's known as Marino's Park to a lot of people from the soccer time, but we will be in discussions with people regarding naming rights.
So what's the timeline for? Really, it looks like a multi-level.
Several projects.
Yeah.
Well, we are working with our township engineer, Jack Ripstra, with estimates on these costs, and we expect to be going out for some bids in the next couple of months' time. So our goal would be to accomplish 2 to 3 of those activities this year, and some things we may have to put off as we look for the funding and to complete next year. I don't know if we'll be able to get it all done this year, but we do expect to have the trails in, and I hope the pickleball courts. So
Looks awesome, looks ambitious, and we'll, I'm sure, be following the progress with you guys. Appreciate you coming in today.
well,
Thank you, Bart. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
You bet. Supervisor Pete Jansek and Treasurer and Parks and Rec Chair Phil Preston from Blackman Township.
Thank you.
Stay with us.